Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray. So today I'm going to be doing your 2023 annual horoscopes, for the yearly horoscopes for 2023. I'm going to be using this deck here. It's called the Tinseltown Tarot. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just lift this camera and adjust it. It's been I want to make sure that we're capturing it all. So yeah, it's called the Tarot, and this is still not right. Let's just see if I can add a little bit more. Oops, just bear with me. Sorry, guys. It's been a while since I filmed, so let's just see. All right, so it's called the there we go. Kind of. This is the Tinseltown Tarot, and it's like old Hollywood glamour. So we're going to be starting off with my air signs. Again, if you're a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, let's see what, what's in store for 2023. All right. If you're a Libra, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, that's just an extra card. All right. Let's see what's coming up for you guys this year. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. So if you're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, the first card is the Empress. I feel like this is saying like a lot of you are either going to give birth. A lot of you are going to give birth. A lot of you are going to possibly start new beginnings. But there's a fire stoked. It could be like you starting a new version of yourself. There's a lot of newness around my air signs for 2023. Okay. I also get the Hermit card. So a lot of you are choosing to be single. It's like this year you've had your fair share of like either hookups or, meeting with people, or you've been in a relationship and you separated and now you're kind of just hunkering down and finding yourself and regrounding yourself. And I think that like for myself and a lot of people, I speak specifically for my air signs, but this may apply to anybody else that doesn't have a sun sign in these signs that I said, but has have their ascendant or rising. So, but I feel like a lot of people, a lot of us have experienced like maybe like the things that we didn't want to experience, but it helped us grow, and kind of like now we need to anchor and kind of reset ourselves. Then we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is like new beginnings again. So it's a lot of newness, as you can see here. I love these cards. It's almost like you're looking at yourself and what you don't like and what you do like, and you're embarking on a new journey. So for a lot of you in 2023, if you're an air sign, you may start a new job, you may start a new career, you may go back to school. Some of you may really take your health seriously too, because I know that 2022 was a very chaotic and hectic year, or is a chaotic and hectic year, and it took a toll on you. I feel like you're finding your strength with the strength card in 2023. It's like now you're a stronger version of yourself. Like I said, some of you have gone through the gigs, like some of you have really gone through a lot and you've grown exponentially, and it served you in many ways. And then we have the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, there's again this feeling kind of like there could be a there's many interpretations. You could have someone romantically looking at you. It could be a water sign like a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that wants to come into your life now, but it's like a very immature kind of like it may not go anywhere. It could be like a relationship that you start, or a situationship, friendship, but nothing maybe will evolve, because the page is not about like fully grounding or committing. Um, and the moon card is just your worries and your fears coming to the light, and you have to push through that. 2023 will be a better year, I feel like, in terms astrologically speaking and intuitively speaking. It will be a better year overall for everybody, but I also think that it's not perfect. You're going to still have a lot of worries, because that's part of like being an air sign. We are constantly in our mind. But the Ace of Cups is almost like a promise of like celebrations. Some of you could be getting married, engaged. Some of you could be having success in your career, like celebrating, either like if you're in real estate, it could be like you're selling your first home, getting a big commission. If you are in TV, you might be signing your contract. Some of you may be purchasing a new home, but there's reasons to celebrate. But like I said, some of you may be getting engaged or married soon. It can apply to many different areas of your life. And then we have the devil card. So you have to be careful. I feel like these are temptations. And I know as a Gemini, we're very prone to temptations, but also as Libra and Aquarius, you are also very, very, affected by temptations. But this is also about relationships or friendships and analyzing them to not let it get to a toxic part, recognizing the red flags. The devil card is not ominous like people think it is. It essentially means that there are negative aspects or darker aspects like control, anger issues, addictions, bondage, things of that nature that we need to work on in order to move forward. So again, you might be tempted to overdo something. You may become obsessive over something. It's not uncommon, for air signs to become obsessive or constantly thinking of something. But the magician tells me that you're an alchemist and you know how to pull yourself out of this. It's like you don't need to be told how to do this as a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, but you will need to still listen and know and still be teachable, because a lot of people that are in air signs, they sometimes can be a little arrogant, and we can forget, who we are, and anchored and not be anchored in to, a more grounded state of being. We kind of think we know everything sometimes. But the hangman kind of reminds us is that at times you may feel kind of like in 2023 that your life is not going anywhere, but it's more of a mental mind game. I feel like, again, if you're an air sign, it's not as bleak as it seems. But again, you have to kind of pull yourself out. The fool is telling you, like, whatever you're fearful of, whatever, some of you want to start a new business. Some of you may want to start a new career, like I said. Some of you may be wanting to fall pregnant or, be a surrogate. Whatever the situation is, you're being called to have faith and to take a leap of faith, because that will guide you. Don't speak all at once cards. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So a lot of you will be financially, making maybe in a better spot, but holding on to money, saving. You're not ready to spend it. It's not a bad thing. But a lot of you value the money, for what it is. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak. So again, if you're not careful, and again with the devil, this is going back to the devil card, the obsessive thoughts, and kind of like living in your daydream, like in a daydream. If you're not being realistic with yourself and you're not really putting your best foot forward, to constantly cleanse your energy and ground and protect yourself, you're going to be prone to heartbreak. But a lot of it is self-inflicted. It's a lot of it is not by at the hands of other people. And again, a lot of you are not going to be able to sleep. You're going to be worried with, the Nine of Swords. You're kind of like, you're not getting any rest. You're just constantly going, 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 going. And at night, you probably may be waking up every hour on the hour, or it just depends. So the Queen of Wands is reminding you to remember the sexy person that you are, the power that you have. You are very creative. You are very giving. You're very nurturing. But at the same time, it's like you know how to seduce and you know how to use your charms, whether you're a man or a woman, to get what you want. But again, there's a dark side with this, because the Seven of Cups is like a lot of confusion, a lot of options. So I feel like this is a year where if you're single, you may have a lot of suitors that are looking at you, a lot of people that may become very infatuated because you have this magnetism and this intellectualism. We are ruled. Mercury is, Gemini is are ruled by Mercury, but Libra and Aquarius also are very intellectual and intuitive. So the Knight of Pentacles is like someone coming in, again, another option, and it may be a person that's a little bit more mature, has more stability financially, but again, has this mystery that they keep to themselves, which can irk you. So you might not be in a perfect relationship with someone. Again, you might be in a relationship in 2023 where someone is being a little secretive or pulling back from you and holding things back for you. All right, now we're going to get into my fire sign. So if you are an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this is going to be for you. Again, this is for my fire signs. If you are an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius for 2023, let's see what your horoscopes have in store. Also, all of my readings are 50% off, including email emergency reading. So if you are interested in purchasing one or gifting one, and now is the time, go to www.raymondguzman.net/readings. All right. So if you're a fire sign, the first thing is the hangman. You may start off the year kind of feeling like you're not moving forward, kind of like feeling like it's kind of rough. Again, who can you trust? Who can you really rely on? A lot of you are going to be asking yourself those questions as the year begins. And then we have here the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is like kind of reminding you to be very careful with your finances, okay? Because this could be a time where, you are spending, spending, spending. A lot of you have, I know Leos in particular, but other signs too, like I said, Aries, all have like a finer taste for the finer things in life, and that can be any sign. I know that sounds cliche, but typically, Leos and Aries typically have, and it's even Sagittarius, like the finer things in life. And so you could spend extra and spend more money than you should. The Queen of Wands is like a feminine energy that enters your life. Someone is trying to seduce you this year if you're single. Someone could be piquing your interest, especially if you're the divine masculine. If you're a divine feminine, this could be you actually, not even trying to do this, but you are attracting a lot of people. But at the same time, a lot of you prefer to be lonely, like the hermit. So a lot of you are going to find this difficulty in balancing out being in a relationship and not being in a relationship, or dating or not dating, because a lot of you are very much stuck in your ways and you're not willing to budge. With a Two of Pentacles, you have a lot of financial decisions to make. Some of you may sell, a business or sell something, some property. Some of you may be shedding or getting rid of things or purging, not because anything's going to happen that's negative in your life, but perhaps there are financial struggles. Perhaps your passion is no longer in that. Perhaps there's a lot of what ifs. With the Knight of Swords kind of tells me, again, it's like you're gonna start maybe getting in your head and taking a trip somewhere, or going somewhere. So again, there's going to be a lot of travel for you guys later in the year if you are a fire sign. Then we have the Ten of Cups. So what you want is ultimately for your cups to runneth over, to have happiness. This is about family, it's about joy, like just celebrating. So a lot of you may find yourselves, even if you're not in a relationship or have kids, you might be gravitating more towards your siblings or your brother-in-law, sister-in-law, going to their house, spending more time with them, with people that have a family already established. For some of us that don't have kids or don't have any kids with us or raising any kids, we may turn to our fur babies, but a lot of us will want human interaction. So you might this may be a period where you get closer to your friends or to your family members, or your soul family, your soul tribe. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all if you choose to do so. The world card kind of shows me that a lot of you have kind of come to an ending. It's a cycle that has ended and you're ready to start something new. Again, going back to what I first said, a lot of you may decide, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work retail. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job only to be struggling, still. So again, the Magician card tells me, again, you will be tapping into hidden talents, things that other people wouldn't expect you to do. You will, and you're moving forward. It's like you're no longer staying still. You're moving forward with the Chariot card. This card that came out is the Two of Wands. It's very interesting. It's about like, being more content, but also planning. It's almost like you do things very methodically. With the Three of Wands, I kind of feel like this is saying that again, some of you are ready to kind of like just set sail, a lot of planning. Again, spending time, quality time is maybe a love language that pertains to my fire signs. But the Four of Swords is your health. I do feel like they're saying to pay attention to your health in 2023. A lot of you are very stubborn. You may have pre-existing health conditions, diabetes or high blood pressure, or you may not have any of that. It could be something like anemia. But a lot of you may not be paying attention to this and just, I'll check it when I need to check it, or I just don't want to deal with it right now. And Spirit is saying for you to not do that, to take a very close look at that, because if you have a condition and it gets worse, you could be in fear then. But the Ten of Wands tells me, again, like, you carry a lot of burdens. So a lot of you are just constantly like carrying other people's garbage, on your shoulders, and you need to let that go. It's not your cross to bear, not your circus or your monkey. You know what I mean? And then we have the Justice card. It's about finding balance, very Libra-esque type of energy here, but it's like saying find your balance. On the other part, it could also represent something in the court. If it's a legal thing, it could be like a legal document that's signed or something with the legality behind it. Not necessarily something bad, but there's always like legal disclosures, especially in the medical field, or if you're like a lawyer or a paralegal, there's always things, or if you're a contractor, a real estate agent, you kind of know what I'm talking about, where there's a lot of legally binding paperwork that needs to be signed. So again, there might be a lot of progress in your work area, but again, stay grounded. And that's the message that I have for you guys. All right, now we're going to get into my earth sign. So if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this is going to be for you. A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. These are for my earth signs. So let's see what's coming up in 2023 for you guys. Kind of excited here. Okay, so the first thing is the Queen of Wands again, using your seduction. You may be in a relationship, but you are a flirt. Some of you are very big flirts this year. I don't know why, but I just keep feeling this energy that a lot of you are just very big flirts or flirting. So it's very interesting how this comes through. And I'm just like, put all this black stuff on. It's like an eyeliner or something that it's not. So let me get a wipe really quick to wipe this because it's very distracting. I don't want to dirty my decks. Sometimes we have to stop what we're doing and reset. So I have my little Lysol wipes, and we're gonna just wipe this makeup that I think is here. Which I don't use eyeliner, so it's very weird. But let me clean this table. Sorry. That's crazy. I may see stain. Try to get it out. Come on, I'm gonna get to my earth signs. Okay, for now that's good. So like I said, with the Queen of Wands, this could be you kind of seducing people, people finding you attractive, and elusive at the same time. It's like you don't give too much of yourself, but you also know what you bring to the table. The Eight of Cups is though you are walking away from something or someone early on in 2023. And the Nine of Cups is like there's a lot of fulfillment. It's like a fulfilling thing for you. It's like you've been told already, like to let someone go or let a job go, a toxic situation, and you're still stubborn and you're still fighting the universe. And the universe is like, girl, I cannot shake you enough, but I'm telling you, it's time to get moving. And you're still, struck with fear or just not willing to budge. But Spirit is saying it's time in 2023. Now, the Nine of Wands is kind of like you feel like, again, burdens. It's almost like you've been swatched too many times, like you've been used by people. You still carry that weight, and you still carry those worries. It's like it's weighing heavy on you. But I feel like you're going to also need to be careful in 2023 because there are very much deceptive people that come around you as an earth sign. So again, if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you're dealing with a lot of deceptive energy that is coming up around you, and you got to be strong to fight that. Well, the Two of Cups is almost like some of you may start a new relationship as well in 2023. And the Three of Cups is almost like you will have celebrations or reasons to celebrate. So it's a lot of excitement when it comes to the world of your love life, with that aspect being shown. And then we have here, let's see, for 2023, we also have here the Page of Pentacles. So this is you working hard, kind of collecting your coins. There may be a new job opportunity or something temporary, like a contract job, you're contracted, but I feel like you will carry it out. But again, there may be some financial worries. I think that a lot of you that are earth signs are always constantly worried about like your mortgage if you're a new home, but by a new homeowner, or if it's a new car that you just got or change, there's always a note or something to pay, and your bills may be very, very high depending on the economy. But I think that you can pull through with the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like you're very content. And some of you may be in a very healing, loving relationship where both partners contribute, and it's, you're not struggling as much because you have two incomes. But 2023 brings a lot of like, at times you're going to feel like you're trapped, the hangman, like your life is not moving forward, but it really is. It's just like I said, things that you've gone through, loss that you've experienced this year. They're saying the temperance card to be patient. A lot of you that are earth signs are not patient. You want things and you want them now, and you want them when you want them. And it's like the world doesn't revolve necessarily around every one of us, So the Five of Pentacles is like, be careful with spending, because again, if you overspend, you could actually be in the negative, or you could be having other hardships. So just be very realistic. If do you really need something, and when you go to the store, that you want, or is it more of just a temptation because you want to have it? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. With the Ace of Pentacles, though, I feel like overall they're saying that you will be able to get those things that you want, but it's going to be like patience and just waiting. Even though you may go through a period of struggle financially speaking in 2023, you will pull ahead. And again, that's the horoscopes for my earth signs. You're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. One more card for you guys is the Emperor. So a lot of you may be meeting like a stronger figure. If you have a dad that's on the other side, this could be your father watching over you, no matter what your situationship was, what your situation was when you were when that person was alive. And if you are, it's not your dad, it could be like a husband, that, or some partner that you have that embodies the very much divine masculine energy, and is very rooted and very grounding. So that person may kind of ground you, and may treat you in a way that you're not used to, but it's like you may need that, because again, you can be just like the air signs up in your head space. Okay, so the next thing that we have is going to be the last signs for 2023. Again, yearly horoscopes is going to be for my water signs. So if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, let's look at what 2023 brings in store for you. Immediately, the Page of Pentacles. So there's going to be some work opportunities. You're going to be busy, busy, busy. Some of you may even be in TV or get into TV. Okay, and then we have here the Knight of Swords. So again, I feel like again you will be very busy, very businesslike, but also you'll know how to kind of like um, take breaks and just experience life, a little bit more peacefully. Um, I get the energy of the Three of Cups, so there's going to be reasons to celebrate. Definitely for you guys that are water signs in 2023. There's definitely some reasons to celebrate in 2023. It could be good news. The Three of Swords, though, is like you're very prone to heartbreak. So again, if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you operate more at your heart space. Somebody could have disappointed you. Someone could have shattered your heart. Because you're very sensitive. You love, and you. It takes a lot for one of you water signs to kind of really open up. And when you do, and you pour your heart out, and it's just stumped on, it's like a very unappreciative energy, and it hurts. You're only human, but again, it is in our human nature to feel things. But the Empress card tells me how powerful you are. You're coming out of a dark phase, and you're reclaiming the power that was stolen from you by people. A lot of people took from you in 2022, and in 2023 you're not letting that happen. You're setting up healthy boundaries, and that may hurt people. Some people may not understand this version of you and compare you to a bitch, or somebody that's very evil or hateful, but you have the strength card. And so that's saying that you're stronger than what they think, and you have that tenacity to push forward and to really just put yourself out there as a water sign. But let's see here, the Devil card just tells me again, the obsessive thoughts, reverting back to old patterns that no longer work for you, is going to be a major shadow work that you have to do. Again, anchoring in, when I say anchor in, is like grounding yourself. The Five of Swords again is very much deceptive people. I feel like a lot of you are going to be surrounding yourself in 2023 with people that are not really your friends, people that are not really caring for you, but they act like they are, or they seem like they really, really are into you, but they're in to get something out of you, or to benefit from something. It's like a one-sided friendship. It's not authentic. And I think that Spirit is saying to be careful with who you invite into your home, who you invite into your social circle. Again, don't trust so easily if you get a certain vibe. because if you do trust it, you're going to come out ahead and be successful. But if you are very naive and very trusting, like I am, and other people, I have a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, so this horoscope's like even talking to me. But if you're like anything like us, it's like you have to use the Ace of Wands, which is kind of like to see your beauty, see your power, and move forward with that. But also just be very careful again with your thoughts and who you let in to your life, because there's going to be a lot of people that might exit. You might choose not to associate with anyone. The Six of Wands is like you again, just like kind of looking at yourself, being very contemplative. But I feel like again, there is this creative energy that needs to be nurtured, and only you can do that yourself. Nobody can change that but yourself. Um, and the King of Wands is like someone that comes in very divine masculine, very sexual person, also someone that knows what they want creatively. They may be also spiritually open and receptive. So you might have a potential to meet someone in 2023. And I'm kind of excited for you guys because it looks really good. Oh, the Lovers card. So yeah, a lot of you are going to start a new relationship, but at first it may be kind of scary. You might find this person very intense or very like raw, and you're like, I'm not that. You're like a sweet little bunny. But the Ten of Cups is telling me you will be happy. You do have happiness coming to you, but you have to let go of the old. You can't be focusing or hyper fixating on your exes or people that you had feelings for that have showed you repeatedly over and over their true colors. Again, this is going back to the Devil card and the Five of Swords. It's like, who do you choose to align yourself with? Are you truly with authentic friends that are there for you, always listening for you, but what or people who are just part-time friends and only there when they need something from you, but other than that, they're not really like lending an ear. Are you finding yourself like bending over backwards, giving people gifts, that you consider your friends, but they're not reciprocating that? You need to stop that in 2023. Okay. The Three of Pentacles is telling you if you are able to do that, you're going to have a lot of opportunity. You're the star of your own show. It doesn't matter what you do, what kind of work you go in. If you're a psychologist, if you're a therapist, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a phlebotomist, if you are a social worker, or if you are a restaurant, operator, or you work in the sanitation department for the city, it doesn't matter. But this is a year about you, focusing on you. I feel like the message that I'm getting from Spirit and the download is to invest in yourself. You are worth it. And it's like all the money that you've been spending on people that are unappreciative or not like accepting your gifts, or not reciprocating that and giving back to you, are just takers. And so in 2023, I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to take your power back. It's time for you to start investing in yourself. The money that you've been giving away, those gifts you've been giving, buy yourself, treat yourself to something nice. And again, you're going to have to be patient, because I feel like a lot of you are very, very impatient. And it's just a reminder of what I see, for my water signs. And the Two of Wands is like, you have nothing to worry about. Everything is in your bag, everything that you need, all the tools that you need. If you have an overnight bag, whatever, it doesn't matter. You've got this under control. You need not to be scared. And the Ten of Wands again is like you're holding on to a lot of your ancestors, or a lot of your ancestral or family burdens, and they're not yours to hold anymore, to be tied to. It's time to break free, and I think that you will, because there is going to be vindication or justice where you've been wronged. You will be righted. This could also be an upcoming legal case or legal situation where you're being summoned to court, or you are chosen for jury, or there's some aspect of like going to court or going to that, but otherwise you're fine. I think everything will be fine with you. So there's a lot of exciting things that are happening in 2023. Again, I use this deck is called Tinseltown Tarot, and I really, really love it. Remember, all of my readings are 50% off, including the email readings, which I'm going to be putting on sale tonight. So the sale will be running through the 26th. If you would like to gift a reading, now's the time. If you want to know like what's in store for the year ahead, then you may want to book the 12-month yearly lookout or look ahead reading. If you are wanting to know about like your past lives and who you were, that would be the past life reading. The mediumship again is to connect with your departed loved ones who have departed. So again, you have a lot of options out there. The psychic readings, like the video readings, I'm also booking those. Those are 50% off. I'm booking those into January and February. So if you haven't purchased one, you may want to get one of those. But the emergency readings by email, like I said, those are going to be on sale, not the emergency reading by video, because I'm not ready to do video readings until the beginning of January. But again, I'm always here for you guys. I love you. Be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up on the upper right, sorry, the bottom right hand corner of this video. So this way, be sure to also subscribe to my channel by hitting that notification bell icon and that little icon that says subscribe. It's a little red button. So be sure able to subscribe and to turn that notification bell on to all, so you'll be able to get all updates. Also, if you're not subscribed to my website, go to www.raymondguzman.net, wait for a pop-up, and then it'll say subscribe to my list or subscribe to my website. All you have to do is enter a name, a first name, and then a valid email address. You will not be spammed, I promise you. But basically what happens is that if I'm running a sale, I'll email out first typically. And so you're going to get like the first dibs on sales if I'm doing something, if I get sick, like God forbid, like I did in the last month of November, this November and early December, I would give updates. And so you would look there for those. So again, go to my website, www.raymondguzman.net. On the home page, and then scroll down, you may see something that says subscribe to my newsletter or subscribe, and just you have to enter your first name. It may say first or last name, but you can put your first name, or you can make up a name and put your email address. Okay. But I love you guys. Many blessings and love and light. Until next time. Bye.